Alright, so when we first got the Genius Hour project, I automatically knew that I wanted to do something creative. And I did a magazine last year in February, and so I wanted to do a second version of that, and I have that here. So the magazine is called Almost There, and that just means to me like we're almost there. It's all student artwork, and so hopefully someday will be something greater. So what is Almost There? Almost There is a zine, which is just a self-published magazine, and it includes an array of student artwork. So I've chosen all of our students, all of the artwork is from students that have gone to West. Some of them have graduated. So Volume 1, which is this one, came out on February 3rd of last year, and there was only 25 black and white copies, and it was really expensive to print, so I was like, whatever. My mom just printed it at work. So there was 25 black and white copies, and there was only a handful of artists. There was only 5 artists. These artists include Greta McGuire, who contributed some of her drawings and sketches. Matt Argwin is a photographer. He graduated last year. Kira Adams is a poet, so she had, I believe, 2 poems in there. And Sophie Zambrano did a sketch, and then I also worked with her on a collage. And me, I did some of my photography. So in between issues, I really took that time to focus on what I wanted my artwork to be. I really wanted to self-reflect on what I had made and what I wanted to do in the future. And in between issues, I did 2 photo shoots with some of my best friends, and I really liked how they came out, and that was kind of where I wanted to see my photography go. I also started a Tumblr, a blog, and so I started using that to motivate me and start collecting artwork that I wanted to see in the second issue. So Volume 2, which is this one, there's a couple going around the room. There are more artists this time, more copies, more color, and sort of my new aesthetic, I guess. So Jill Malinowski did some of her Polaroid photography. Kira Adams was back with some of her poetry. Matt Argwin, again, with some of his photography. Dylan Gardner came to our school a couple months ago, and he performed in front of the arts and communication students, and I was able to interview him for Tiger Tales, so I also included that in the magazine. Ryan Land is one of my best friends. He's a photographer also. He graduated last year. Lakehead is a band, Tyler Pacheco, Mike Wolves. They're all in it, so that was the first time that I had music sort of in the magazine, and so I included some of their stills from their videos and their lyrics, and then me again with my photography. So here's a video of Jill Malinowski. I wanted to do a series of interviews, but I only was able to do 2 of them, just with like my schedule with work and everything, and their work. So
might need the mouse.
I don't know how loud it's going to be.
I am Jill Malinowski, and I am a contributor to Almost There magazine created by Mike and Tika. I became interested in art in probably 4th grade. I went to a private school, and art was like a mandatory class for everyone to take, and I don't know, at first I didn't like it because it was like a mandatory class, but I don't know, it was fun, I guess, and I don't know, I really liked Van Gogh and Claude Monet, their art, and they're both Impressionism artists, and those inspired like me early on, I guess. I would describe my aesthetic to be more vintage, I guess, because I don't know, I like used things and I like old things, and when it comes to cameras, I like Polaroid cameras, and I like using disposable cameras and then waiting to develop them because it gives kind of like a cool filter if it's like sitting for a little bit or a while, I guess. Yeah, I like old stuff, vintage things.
In 5 to 10 years, where do I see myself? Living in a van down by the river. No, I don't know, Probably in 5 years in college studying graphic design, maybe trying to get an internship. Like, I don't know, just getting like as much experience as I can. And then in like 10 years, probably having a job in graphic design, maybe for a magazine would be cool. That's what I hope I can do. If I could give one piece of advice to an upcoming artist, it would be to just, I don't know, get your name out there if you can. I don't know, use social medias to document your work, I guess, and show your personality through your work. Because I mean, if you're real, then people will like you, I guess. Like your work. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. I hope you like the magazine, and yeah.
Alright, so as for the future of the magazine, I want to start printing more color issues. I only did 25 of these in black and white, and then I advanced to 25 color copies, which was super expensive, surprisingly. They wanted $200 at Staples for 25 copies, but a family friend actually works at a printing company, so they were able to do it for free. So I want to advance onto more issues and more social media. I made a Twitter account for the magazine. I only have the artist following it right now, so I want to start getting more followers on there, and I want to expand the brand. This is what I want to do with like my life, obviously not just this magazine, but I want to start going into journalism and stuff like that. So I hopefully will be able to expand the brand with that and make it greater than just a magazine with student art.